Hey everyone! Today we're going to tackle a huge idea, how to actually study smarter, not harder. We're going to dive into the science of learning and see what a ton of research says about the best ways to get information to stick in your brain.
Does this sound familiar? You put in a long day, you're surrounded by textbooks and notes, you feel super productive, but then a week goes by and it's like you remember absolutely nothing. It's a crazy common and, let's be honest, incredibly frustrating feeling.
Well, get ready for this because it's a bit of a shocker. It turns out that the most popular study techniques, the ones we all kind of default to, are scientifically rated as having low utility. Yep, I'm talking about rereading, highlighting, and summarizing. They're actually some of the least effective ways to learn.
So what is going on here? Well, we've all been caught in something called the great study illusion. Basically, we've been mistaking the feeling of being productive for actual real learning.
And you are definitely not alone in this. Even super successful people like the doctor and entrepreneur Ali Abdaal admit they fell right into this trap. These methods just feel like they should work, but the evidence, it tells a very different story.
And listen, this isn't just some random theory. It's all based on some seriously solid research. A huge landmark paper from 2013 by Professor John Dunlosky and his team reviewed decades of cognitive science. We're talking thousands of studies to figure out which learning techniques actually truly work.
Okay, so if the old ways are out, what should we be doing instead? Well, it all boils down to two core principles, two golden rules that are scientifically proven to be incredibly effective.
And here they are, active recall and spaced repetition. These two concepts right here are the foundation of basically every effective study technique out there. Let's break them down.
First up, active recall. This one is the real game changer. It's the mental act of pulling information out of your brain. Think about it like you're testing yourself. So instead of just passively reading your notes over and over, you're actively forcing your brain to remember the information.
But why does this work so well? Well, every single time you struggle and strain to retrieve a memory, you're actually strengthening the neural pathway to that information. It's the effort itself that makes the memory stick.
Probably the best way to think about it is this. Your brain is like a muscle. Passively reading, that's kind of like watching someone else lift weights at the gym. But active recall, that's you in the gym, doing the heavy lifting. And that's how you actually build strength.
The second golden rule is spaced repetition. This one is designed to fight back against something discovered way back in the 1800s called the forgetting curve, which is just our natural tendency to forget stuff over time. Spaced repetition works by interrupting that curve, reminding you to review information right at the moment you're about to forget it. Pretty clever, right?
So, what this all points to is a really fundamental shift in how we should approach studying. We need to move away from being passive consumers of information and start becoming active engagers with it.
This visual really nails the difference. On one side, you've got all the passive, low-effort stuff. On the other, you have the active, high-effort tasks that really force your brain to work. And the key difference is the effort. Active learning often feels harder, and that's exactly why it's so much more effective.
Okay, so theory is great, but how do we actually put these golden rules into practice? Let's go through a few evidence-based techniques you can start using, like today.
First up, the question-based notes method. It's simple. Instead of just summarizing, go through your notes and turn every key concept into a question. Then, later on, cover up the answers and quiz yourself. It's pure, uncut active recall. Next is a cool one called interleaving. So, instead of studying one topic for 3 hours straight, which is called blocking, you mix things up. Study topic A for a while, then switch to topic B, then go back to A. It definitely feels harder because your brain can't just get into a comfy groove, but the research shows it leads to way better long-term retention.
And of course, flashcards. We got to talk about flashcards. But you have to be smart about it. Use an app like Anki that has spaced repetition built right in. And a big one, make your own cards. The process of actually creating them is a form of active recall itself. Oh, and please, don't waste time on facts you already know. Just focus on the stuff you're struggling with.
So we've got the strategies, but there's one last crucial piece of the puzzle that makes this whole thing work. Having the right mindset.
Here's a bit of a hard truth. Waiting around for motivation to show up is the losing game. Motivation is a feeling, it's fleeting, it's unreliable. Discipline, on the other hand, is a skill. It's the commitment to do the hard, effective work we've been talking about, especially on the days you don't feel like it. That, right there, is the real key to being consistent. And this point is driven home by Professor Dunlosky himself. Knowing about active recall is one thing, but as he points out, even the best strategies are totally useless without the commitment to actually apply them correctly and consistently. The tools only work if you pick them up and use them.
So I'll just leave you with this question. We know the brain gets stronger with effort, just like a muscle. So take a really honest look at your study habits. Are you just kind of going through the motions, or are you truly putting in the reps? The answer to that question might be the key to unlocking your true learning potential.